Well, hello everyone. It's been a long time since I have actually posted a YouTube video. So today I decided to post me doing my makeup while I talk about some pop culture, some different things that's going on. Yeah, so I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm gonna head to a happy hour today, and why not film it? Everybody asked me about my makeup and what I've learned, and believe it or not, I've learned some tips from YouTube. So maybe you can look at my video and compile how you're gonna do your makeup, or pick up some tips from me. But again, thank you for tuning in to Johnny's Angel YouTube channel, and thank you for sticking with me. A lot has changed in my life since I last posted. I am not in the same space where I was living. I was living in Atlanta. Now I moved back to Florida, and so I'm a Florida girl, so I love being home. With that being said, let's get it going. The first thing I want to talk about is that I did wash my face, Fresh Face Lace, and I'm gonna put on this primer. This primer, I guess I gotta do like the YouTubers do. This primer is Hard Candy Energizing Prime Veil. And it has vitamin C for 12-hour long wear. Helps brighten skin, lightweight. What I have learned is to do something with vitamin C. It helps you look younger. It helps you look it treats your skin even under the makeup. I also don't wear makeup every day. I wear makeup on occasion, maybe twice a week tops, but I really don't like to wear makeup unless I have to. Now, if I had a job where I had to wear makeup every day, like maybe a newscaster or something like that, I would wear makeup every day. But I don't have to wear makeup every day to do what I do, working from home. So let's get that all on your face. Get it all in there. I usually kind of brush my brows to the side with this one. I have a little fan that I, kind of dry it with if I'm in a rush, just to make sure it's in there. The next step I usually do my brows first. I like to use this Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pen. It has the brush on one side, and then obviously the pen on the other. I like to use this because for me, it just helps me kind of, outline. I typically outline my brows before I fill them in. So while I'm drawing my brows, I did want to get into some pop culture stuff. So, obviously I haven't been on here in a while, but definitely want to get into Real Housewives type stuff, the Nene Leakes of it all. Even talking about, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That is a surprise to me. I had gave up on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Honestly, I really did. I had given up on it, and I really thought that it was done. And I'm excited to say that it actually is interesting this season. I only watched it because they switched the day to Tuesday, and there was nothing that I was watching on Tuesday. Sometimes, just so you know, not to switch subject, well, I am doing makeup, but what I like to do sometimes, you see the crease in your nose there? I typically do that to see where my eyebrows should start. So I need to make a little indent there so I'll know to go that far over. Okay. But yeah, so Love and Hip Hop is surprisingly pretty good. I do think that all this divorce stuff with Bambi, Erica Mena, and Sierra is a little depressing. I understand that's life, that's a part of love and hip hop, but they're doing a little much. The ambush of Scrappy, on what episode was that? Was it 3? It was not what I want to watch. It was very hard to watch because her friends were confronting him. So it made it very like, what? It's one thing to stick up for your friend. It's another thing to look intrusive. And it was very intrusive. Okay, let me just start out by doing that. Okay, you can see my little dot a little bit there. But yeah, it started out, it was like, that was very intrusive. Especially with Erica following Scrappy around trying to fight Bambi's battles. It's like, girl, your whole relationship was what? Last season? Okay, it's Bambi's turn to be the divorced woman, right? But to get a storyline, I guess that's what they got to do. And so it's annoying to watch that piece, but the good thing about it is, like, I like that they brought Erica back, a OG. I like to see how Erica's getting along with Rashida. I almost counted Rashida out for a while there too, because I was like, what else do we need to see from Rashida then? But I do like how she is taking on the role as, essentially the OG, where she's kind of bringing people together to hash out differences. It isn't, she knows better. It's dang on Love and Hip Hop. So she know people gonna get buck. They gonna shake the table. Yeah. She know that was going on. But yeah, I saw this week's episode. In this week's episode, they talked about how Safari is now with Amara La Negra in Miami, and it is around the time when he bought her twin girls watches. And so Erica Mena is obviously upset and salty about the watches, which I do understand that, because why are you doing the most for children that's not even yours? And, my children don't have those things. But we also know this is TV, and we also know that Safari has been known to do the most. So, and I know this looks crazy. I usually don't talk while I'm doing my brows. This is usually silent time. So I may have to do some cleanup, which is why I do my brows before I put my foundation on, because I don't want to have to like brush it through. But now I'm using just a regular hair store pencil to fill them in, because that actually kind of helps me stretch. The Anastasia Beverly Hills. The Anastasia Beverly Hills isn't that expensive, but why not color it in with a dollar pencil when you can outline it with the $11 pencil? I think that pencil was like $11. It stretches it, so. But yeah. And so also I try to do that because I'm gonna go back through and brush it so it can look more natural, so it won't look all blocky. But it's looking blocky right now, but once I go through it, my brush, it kind of will phase it out. So this is before, after filling it in. But yeah, so yeah, Love and Hip Hop has been a vibe. It comes on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. They switched it from Monday, so I guess that was a good move for them, because it being on Monday and other things come on, because I watch Naked and Afraid. 90 Day Fiance The Other Way comes on Mondays. So I guess they just decided, you know what, let's choose a whole nother day. Oh, and it's another show. Oh my God. It's this show called Claim to Fame. It comes on after The Bachelorette on ABC. Man, that show, I found it just surfing on Instagram. And so I'm actually glad I found it. I told my best friend about it. She is absolutely in love with it, and so am I. No, hold on. They look like cousins. They ain't gotta be twins. Um, I'll clean them up too because one is higher than the other. But yeah. Yeah, Claim to Fame. Claim to Fame is a show that is about celebrity relatives. And celebrity relatives, what they do is, it's like it's a relative that you may not have seen. Now, some of these people, if you are in the pop culture, you do know what they look like. Like Eddie Murphy's daughter was on there. It was like, okay, we know who you are, ma'am. You're Nicole Murphy and Eddie Murphy's daughter. Like, y'all be in the spotlight and y'all on the scene. But some people like Lil Nas X's brother is on there. Who else was on there? Like the first season, like this is season 2, so that's out right now. So I recently found it. So there's actually a season 1 that you could binge watch on Hulu, or maybe even just on demand on, like, cable, Xfinity or whatever, Comcast, whatever y'all call it. I got Hulu Live myself because it just made more sense for when I moved. But at any rate, these people go in the house and they don't have access to social media. They don't have access to their phones. So they literally have a clue wall that has like different clues about everybody's celebrity relative. And then they got to decipher through those clues to determine who everybody is. And then they can guess. And if you're chosen to be so like, let's say there's a challenge, kind of like Survivor. Let's say there's a challenge and you're the lowest scorer, or the lowest 2 scorers. They typically are the people who go up to be the guesser, and they have to guess somebody. So like, so 2 people go up. Let me rewind. 2 people go up. Then the rest of the people vote on who is actually going to be the guesser. So you have the bottom 2. The rest of the people vote who's going to be the guesser. Whoever actually is the guesser ends up having to guess somebody. So like, even if you're not sure about somebody, you got to throw something out there. If you are right, you get to stay. You get to live to fight another day. And then that person goes home. And then if you are wrong, you go home and your person is revealed. So that's pretty cool. And it's just been interesting to see, like, they had Tom Hanks' niece on there. Like, these aren't no BS celebrities that's on here. Like, these are like legit, like, A-listers. So that's what also makes it interesting. So it's people that you should actually kind of be familiar with. And so you take from that, and the games and all of that is surrounding trying to guess and figure out who everybody is. So that's the cool part about it. So yeah, I like my brow to be it be straight, but also kind of fade. And it does look kind of dark. It looks kind of dark and crazy right now, but it will look better as I do my makeup. So, shoot. So my concealer is Juvia's Place 15. I love this. So since I did my brows, I conceal my brows, and I usually drag that concealer down to just, be on my eyelid as eyeshadow to some degree too. And it's kind of rainy, or about to storm here. It's like afternoon showers for Florida. So, and I just go ahead and drag and put this on too, just so it can kind of sit for a little bit. My little war paint. Cover up my mustache and my blemishes. Mustache. So what else? So yeah, watch Claim to Fame. Comes on at 10. It used to come on at 8, but it comes on at 10 because it comes on after The Bachelorette on ABC every Monday. You can catch it on demand. Watch that, okay? because that is good. That is so freaking good. Okay. Now, of course, like now I'm just trying to be a little, oh, I'm out of the frame. I got a mirror right here to the side. And I got caught up not realizing I wasn't in the darn frame for y'all. Okay. Yeah, so but you know, I've been enjoying just being me and figuring out. Sometimes you have to take these mental breaks. Sometimes you do. You know, we forget, you know, as a millennial, and as a millennial, you have to also understand social media and just expectations have been a part of our lives for so long. Like, you see certain things on social media and you immediately think that I have to do that, I need to do that, and it can just overwhelm you, you know. And so I just took a break from YouTube. I did not take a break from my actual social media page, but I took a break from YouTube as a whole, just to get some stuff together, because it does take time to do content. You do have to like set yourself up, you know, and do all those things. But I've been enjoying it. I watch some of my favorite YouTubers. I love to watch House of Aaron. I love to watch Michelle Atielian. I love Andrew Gabor. I feel like if I knew Andrew Gabor, or I knew him in person, we would be friends. He actually sounds like one of my friends. Like literally my friend Bernard, I always told him, like, listen to this guy, because I feel like, is this you? Because Andrew Gabor has like a avatar, so you don't ever really see his face. And I just was like, is this Bernard back here making money off the YouTubes? And I'm thinking I'm a fan, and it's really my darn friend, because his voice and everything sounds like Bernard, which is hilarious. But yeah, got a lot of things going on. A lot. Okay, so then I take my beauty blender, and then I just drag it down over the whole eyelid. Drag it down over the whole eyelid. Okay, and now I'm gonna do the under eye piece. And I put this on before I put my foundation on, and then I'll kind of go through and re-put some in there. Yeah. But yeah. What else I had going on? I can't wait to go see Beyonce. I have not seen Beyonce as of yet, but I will be doing a review on that. I mean, everybody has a darn review on social media. So also, you can follow me real time for the Beyonce concert if you follow at Johnny's Angel on Instagram. Yep, buddy. You can follow me, like my page, like and subscribe today, because I'm having more content. I'm actually gonna build out a whole like little set and stuff like that. But and that's the thing too. That's another thing for people who are just waiting and sitting and waiting to get things going. You know, you can say, I need to do this first, I need to do that first, because that was one of the things I was saying, because I haven't even had, my furniture currently is still in storage. So I'm like, okay, I don't have the backdrop. I haven't set aside an area for my makeup. I haven't set aside anything for what I need to be done. And it was just like, you know what, girl, just shoot this video. You gotta do your makeup anyway, and you got some stuff to get off your chest about the stuff you've been watching on TV. Go ahead and do it. So what I'm about to do now is put on my liquid foundation, and I use Urban Decay Naked, Stay Naked, weightless liquid foundation up to 24-hour wear. You can see I didn't use the hell out of this. Urban Decay. And I love it. It's lightweight. It's hot. I moved to Florida. Even when I was in Durham, Atlanta, it was hot there. But you know, I'm into the weightless. And you can build it to make it heavier on your, the cover stuff. But this cover stuff for me, because I actually take care of my skin. No shade to anybody else who do makeup. I wear makeup, but I take care of my skin. So with me taking care of my skin, I don't have a whole bunch of blemishes that have to be covered, by packing on makeup. And again, I ain't saying that to shade nobody, because I'm not talking about nobody in particular, but I want clear skin, so I just don't pack on makeup unless it calls for the occasion. I'm just going out for a little cocktail, a little drinky drink. I'm gonna get there maybe about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So ain't no need for no late night face. You know what I mean? There's no need for no late night bedroom face, or like I'm finna be in a music video. Now I can do a heavy face with different foundation, but this one works, and I just like how light it goes on, and what the finished product looks like. And what's funny, I use these wedges. I love these. I buy them from Publix. I haven't really seen them other places. I have seen wedges, don't get me wrong. I've seen wedges other places, but they are usually very thin. Like, I used to love to buy them from Dollar Tree, but they are so thin. It's like the damn Krispy Kreme donut. Now, for those who know Krispy Kreme and know what I mean, you know exactly what I mean. When we were younger, Krispy Kreme donut used to be a little bit more filling. I couldn't eat no more than 2. Now I feel like I could eat 6, because it's like they melt in your mouth and they just so airy now. And so it's like they made the little sponges like that. So the ones that I buy from Publix, they're not airy. But I did catch these on a clearance rack. So I'm like, does this mean they about to get rid of my little stuff? Because I need to buy all of them. So, yeah, I like them because they definitely do what I need to do, need to be done. So, and I also like it because I don't conceal the top of my brow, because I just feel like that outline just kind of, I don't know, it's just too much of outline. So with the sharp edge, I can follow the line of my brow just to get some foundation around it. Okay, so after using the sponge, I actually go to my brush to just brush it through. Just brush it over, just to kind of give you that brush look, Okay, and then next, before I get back into talking, because I want to talk about the Nene Leakes interview with Carlos King, I am using a powder. So I have oily skin, and so the trick is with oily skin, you do liquid, powder, liquid, powder, liquid, powder. So powder, I am NC45, and I just love it. So, but yeah, so let's get into the Nene Leakes of it all. So I love Nene. Nene is definitely one of my favorite housewives. She is my favorite housewife overall. To say, she really is that girl. She really did build real HRHOA on her back with her one-liners. I mean, you could just type in Nene in gifts on your phone, and several things are gonna come up of just her one-liners, like, ooh, the ghetto, white refrigerator. Like, I can't even look at a place that has a white refrigerator without, judging or hearing Nene's voice. Like, what other housewife is that impactful in your life? I know a lot of them want to think they are impactful, but homegirl did it. Y'all need to give her flowers, seriously. And she was a part of the original cast. We learned a lot more information about her on her interview with Carlos, which I really appreciated. Carlos, I do like the fact that she told him to start doing his interviews in person, because Zoom is definitely it's definitely quarantine. And you know, it's not, I mean, God forbid, knock on wood, or wood. I mean, there's people who have COVID. I saw that the COVID numbers are rising again in dang on New York. And it is not the business. So we not trying to go in quarantine again. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that is interesting. Let me line the bottom lash. Not lash. Well, I guess that is the lash. My bottom lash line. Make sure, take that off. Use my dollar thing again. And I know people say don't do lashes like that, but I definitely do. I definitely do. But yeah. Nene is definitely you know, the grand, well, I won't say grand dame, that's Karen, but she is it. She's the queen of Housewives. Love it, leave it, like it, don't like it. Even if you didn't like her, you have to admit her interactions on the show, what she brought to the show was legendary. People came on the show purposely to beef with Nene. So who has that kind of power? You know what I mean? Like, people literally coming on the show just to beef with you because they know that they get more camera time if they beef with the queen bee. You know, I saw like the aftermath, the fallout, where Kandi is like saying she's the longest running, the most paid, and you know, yada yada yada. All two things can be true at once, right? You can be the longest running, you can be the highest paid, but the ratings ain't rating. And that lets people know, you know, that Nene was bringing it. And I hate to see when people say, well, Nene tried to sue her employer. She tried to do... There's a lot of people who sued their damn employer. There's a lot of people who have done things because things were wrong. You can't get mad because people choose to stand up for themselves. Look, I had to stop talking right there because, listen, be done messed up and had this all in my eye. Be done messed up and had it all in my darn eye. Oh, damn. Sorry. I've skipped a step, but I can always go back. I usually try to do my contour, and I put a little brown on top of my eye for the contour as well. But, you know, I may not do that tonight. We'll see. Because I'm just going to get me a little quick drink. I might not even wear no lashes tonight. We'll see how I feel. You know, that's another thing, too, about doing makeup. It's really about how you feel, how you want to look, what's going on, you know. I ain't trying to do the most. I'm just trying to do enough, you know. Single, ready to mingle, get out of these streets. Get out of these streets. Oh, and I did not show you this. This is Wet n Wild. So my makeup bag is very eclectic. I have a lot of different things. Like, this is a felt pen, you know, whatever. I like it because I have more control versus the dip. I actually just have more control with that. So I use, you know, my foundations are usually, you know, higher end brands because it's going all over my face. It can endure, you know, the pencils and the Wet n Wilds and stuff like that on my eyes. But yeah, my makeup bag is very interesting because I have all kind of stuff. And then I got the True Complexion contour palette by Black Radiance. I love it. This is what the inside looks like. I love it because it it definitely is a powder, you know, so it definitely goes with my whole, you know, liquid powder type thing. And I'm gonna put some more liquid on because I did do powder first, but you'll see. I'm gonna put some more liquid on. So I try to do my face right there, and do this right here. I go up because I don't want my face to be drooping down. So I kind of go right there. Catch this double chin, give it a little shadow. Give it a little shadow. But yeah, Nene Leakes is the queen. So like, I mean, I hope her and Carlos can get her a show. I don't think, you know, my hope would be that Bravo would be like, you know what, she got a point, especially with this Bethany stuff coming out, where Bethany is talking about them mistreating people. I understand that some people think that Bethany coming out saying the mistreatment of people at Bravo could hurt Nene. I mean, it lets you know that Nene didn't lie. People are saying, well, it wasn't racial if Bethany saying she was affected. You know, Nene said it was racial. She's a black woman, so her experience could have very well much been a racial experience. So it doesn't take away any sting from hers, especially since she went first. You know, had she decided to come out after Bethany, then maybe we would be like, okay, Nene, this gonna hurt your situation. But she's been saying this for years at this point, you know, so we can't sit here and act like it didn't happen. And people have verified, you know, the special treatment for Kim Zolciak on the network. We've witnessed it as well, you know, because ain't no way Tardy for the Party should have been on as long as it was on. Sorry. It really shouldn't have been on as long as it had been on. Like, people were interested, you know. I watched it when she was getting married, and then I quickly didn't watch it when she didn't let her mama use the bathroom. That pissed me off. I'm like, what the hell? This brat, you know. So I honestly did not want to watch it anymore. Like, yeah. So that was the end of that for me. And she wanted mama use the bathroom inside her house at her wedding, and try to make her mama use the porta potties with the guests. It was like, what the? His naive in my scrappy voice. What's going on there? Okay, as you see, I took my beauty blender. And don't worry, guys, I washed this. I washed my stuff. But, you know, as people who wear makeup, we know that some of the stuff doesn't come completely clean. And I have new beauty blenders. I mean, it's just my face. I'm not an MUA where I'm doing people's faces for payment. So if I was, I would definitely want to present better to them. Like, I wouldn't want them to, even if I know it's clean and they can smell it. Because I actually wash my brushes with vinegar. I let them sit in vinegar for like an hour or so initially, so all of the gunk and stuff can fall off of it. And then I rinse it in warm water with a dash of Dawn. And then I just go ahead and rinse them out again in warm water and let them sit. And then I let them air dry. That's how I wash my brushes, because that vinegar kills the germs. And you have to make sure you wash your brushes very, you know, pretty often. If you're just doing your face with your set of brushes, and also depending on how often you do a face. Like I said, I might do my face twice a week. Lately, I have not been doing my face as often because I've been trying to go to the gym. I've been trying to get my fitness in. So, and I use this to put, you know, my cheeks and do my nose. But, yeah. But yeah, so I don't know what RHOA, Real Housewives of Atlanta, is going to do for next season, but they gotta do something because this season was a bust. I mean, I have no words. Like, they need to call in the National Guard. Like, I don't know what they plan on doing, but they need to do something. And this is some more of the Black Radiance palette. I actually use it as like a eyeshadow I try to do it before I do my liner. That's why I was kind of mad a little earlier at myself. Like, dang, I'm running my mouth and I'm up here like out of order. But I can still get it done. I can still get her done. And I just put it in the little cusp, the little crease of my eyelid, you know. Gonna go in and just blend it now. But yeah. I love reality shows. I actually feel like I should have my own reality show, but we'll see. We'll see whenever that happens. Because I think my life is quite interesting. Because I could tell y'all some stories, okay? Some real stories. Real Housewives of La Florida. Not no Miami stuff either. Come to the real D. Duval County. Home of the Jaguars. Or Jaguars, how people used to say it. Jacksonville. See what we talking about. Cause boy, would that be a show, okay? Especially me and my damn friends. Cause we crazy. But yeah, it was nice to see that Claudia Jordan, gave Nene her flowers. And, at first she was, getting pissy, trying to, use Nene for clickbait on the first episode until she saw that Nene was like, oh, girl, Claudia is the only one who really got with me. So now she's like, oh, well, yeah, Nene. Okay, Claudia, we know what you was up to, girl. We know what you was doing, girl. But to be quite honest, I love me some Phaedra Parks. I know people had their differences about like the whole grape gate, with the whole Portia and with Portia and Phaedra and Candy, they had their own little opinions about that. But I remember that season very well. And although Phaedra told Portia that, Portia brought it to the camera, and I love Portia too, so don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here trying to throw anybody under the bus, but I just feel like it was made more than what it was, just to get back at Phaedra, honestly. Because there have been other things said on that show and other shows that I think could be deemed as having the same tone. So it is what it is, but I'm glad Bravo decided to bring Phaedra back, although she's on Married to Medicine, and I'm just kind of like, okay. I mean, I get, they want to bring her back on whatever they can bring her back on, but ain't nothing like the Real Housewives. We want to see her children grow up. Apollo's out. I want to see them co-parent. And, people have to realize, too, that, like, Apollo brought in that brotherhood with the husbands on Atlanta. Like, I loved back in the day. I remember back in the day when Atlanta had, like, the husbands would hang out. And I think that they were going to try to do, like, a little show for them because I don't know if y'all remember this, but there was, like, a little after show. I don't remember what it was called, but if you remember it, put it in the chat. But there was, like, a little after show or something where, like, the husbands, Greg, Peter, Apollo, Todd, they were like in like a cigar lounge or something, and they were like talking about stuff. And I loved how, like, also they let the women have their drama, well, except for Peter. But Cynthia needed Peter, but it never affected their brotherhood though. Like, even though if Peter got into the women's drama, it didn't affect like his friendships with the guys. And so I definitely enjoyed seeing husbands on the show. What is it? Atlanta now has what? 2 husbands? Todd and Ross? No, 3 husbands. You got Ralph, Todd, Ross, and Ralph. And so it's just, and Ross is kind of not there, you know, so it's just, I mean, he's there, but he, you know, he be out of town. I think he be in Texas with the car company they got, or the car service company or whatever they got. And that's cool. But like I miss that brotherhood. I miss that, just seeing them in their own scenes. It was very authentic. It seemed very genuine. They had real relationships. So I really enjoyed that. So yeah. I'm gonna go back to my Black Radiance palette, and I'm using the middle one as a blush for myself. And while I was talking, I went back and put on some more liquid, some more concealer in certain spots. And I smile a little bit because I got the apple cheeks. So I kind of did the apple of my cheek. And take it up. But yeah, I really miss the old ATL. And I know everything can't be the same, but damn it, y'all could try. Because I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding at all why we are here. Why we are here. Okay, so now I'm about to line my lips. My lips dry, but I like to line them dry. Allows me to draw. I like that heart look at the top of my lips. These is my lips, all natural. And I draw little lines so that way when I put my lip gloss on and it, you know, falls together. But I usually put my Carmex on too after I line my lips. Cause my lips get really dry after I wash my face. They really do. It really do. Whew. So, yeah. And I'm going to go back in with the same, you know, little wedge I used earlier. And I'm going to use my HD Flawless Setting Powder. The color is Banana. I would like to peel this banana. Yeah, I'm just doing a little soft look. Nothing crazy, okay? Nothing crazy. And here we go with the powder, you know. And this will define my contour on the side here. So I just pretty much go where, just to define contour. Then I go also in the spaces where I did put the concealer. And my T-zone, of course, because again, I'm a sweater, so I don't sweat like horribly, but who wants to sweat through their makeup? And I know people use that, Milk of Magnesia. I don't have a problem with using Milk of Magnesia when it's a special occasion, but not for me to go to no damn bar. You know, that stuff can have an effect on your skin. People who wear makeup all the time and they wear that Milk of Magnesia, from what I understand, it does not do well on your skin over time. So like, yeah, I wear that, you know, if I'm in somebody's wedding or you know, I'm going to some formal event and I got my makeup done and I want to make sure I stay on point, I will definitely tell my makeup artist or myself will slap that on. But in this situation, I'm just gonna have a little drink, okay? I don't need the, I don't need those kind of problems right now. You know, so it is what it is. So while that sits for a little bit, and I know people don't bake no more, but I do, okay? I bake. I bake. I am of a certain age, and I do my makeup a certain way, and I've learned certain techniques that work for me for the little things that I want to do. So this is where we are, and this is what I plan to do. This is how I am. But yeah. While that bakes though, I am going to do my mascara. I'm gonna do my mascara. And this is Ulta. I use the Ulta Beauty brand. It is the multitasking ultimate lash in this packaging. It does give you length, so it can clump. And because I'm not trying to wear lashes tonight, I wanted to give myself, you know, a little something. Because my eyelashes are short and straight. Some of them say these short and straight. She ain't talk like that, but we from the South, so people talk like that in the South. So definitely, you know, you got them short eyelashes. So give me a little lift here. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else has been on TV that I've been watching. I will say it's not currently airing, but I did binge watch The Godfather of Harlem. That was amazing. I enjoyed all 3 seasons. I binge watched that in like 3-4 days, and was mad when I didn't have any more to watch. I mean, I was pissy. I don't know why I hold my mouth like that when I do my bottom lash. Don't know why. Okay. I think I'm done baking. So I'm gonna just lightly go through and, you know, dust it off with my dust off brush. And trust me, I do sweat, so I don't care about it maybe even coming across as chalky at points, because I know I'm gonna bleed through that darn chalk. But that's why you have the layers. That was actually something I picked up from like Beyonce's makeup artist when she did the Beachella. When she did that, they were talking about how he did her makeup for the climbing and, you know, just the performance so she could look flawless being in that heat. Or being outside in that weather, you know, so in the desert. So after I've done that, I typically go back through with my beauty blender with the dark stuff on it, with the dark side, and just kind of go back over my contour to bring it back out a little bit. You know, just nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I cannot wait to go see Miss Beyonce. I'm going to the Vegas show, playing the vlog. That for sure. Yeah, definitely want to vlog the Vegas show. Okay, now what kind of lip do I want to do tonight? I like gloss, so I really be trying to stick with my gloss. I mean, I really do, because something about gloss that I love it. Which one is this one? I can't even see. Oyster Girl. Okay. I love Oyster Girl MAC. I love it. It gives me like a little cotton candy feel. If you remember the polished cotton candy, it gives me a cotton candy feel. Pinks and browns are my friends, okay? So now that I've done pretty much all of the stuff that I need to do, I will put on my finishing spray and, you know, go put my clothes on and redo my bun and get myself together. I'm a single gal in this single world. We shall see what happens out here. But as y'all can see, it's just a nice little light beat. Nothing crazy. Just me doing me. You don't want to go out there doing the most at happy hour for sure. Like you just trying to be cute. Trying to, you know, show a little leg. Dip your little toe out. Have a good little time with a few little... with somebody's son. But yeah, and I use Ulta Wannabe Free Makeup setting powder. It is a control shine. Like I said, I am somebody who gets a little greasy at times, so I douse my face in that and I fan it. It's pretty decent. It's just really, it's a light beat, but it's definitely like, it's a light beat, but very cute. Again, thank you for tuning in to Johnny's Angel. We will have more content. I will be more intentional about hosting content. I have a lot to say, a lot to do, a lot of things that I do. I have DIY projects that I got going on or about to start, so I want to show that. I need to talk more about what I'm watching on TV, because clearly I've been watching a lot of TV. And I love to do makeup. And so I'll have guests, I'll have friends in. I'll actually, you know, within the coming weeks, my background will change. I will actually have my stuff. That's where some of the DIY projects are coming in. But thank you for tuning in today. Thank y'all for just sticking with me and subscribing. Like and subscribe this page. Share it as well, because you will be seeing more and more content from me. Again, thank you for tuning in to Johnny's Angel channel. And I just want to thank my angels. Have a great day.